Hello everyone, Ron Johnson here from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. And if you want to keep learning and keep having fun while doing it, you're in the right place. And this week I'm talking about breaking it down. I'm not talking about breakdancing, so don't worry, you don't have to do that, although that might be something on your list of courses or hobbies that you would like to learn. I'm not sure. I think I'll skip that one. Dancing's great. Breakdancing, well, I'm too old. I probably would break. What I am talking about is when you're faced with a major assignment, a test or an exam coming up, or even just a course or going back to school in general, it can be quite overwhelming. It can be daunting, and you might be fearful of it. Breaking it down can help. And I mentioned in my blog this week, I'll put a link below for that. It's on the same topic, but sometimes the video and blogs are a little bit different, and sometimes it's good to read and then hear, or hear and then read about the same topic as well. Of course, repetition is always helpful for us to learn something completely. But what I talk about there is math courses, because a lot of math teachers are very good at helping students learn how to break down a question, especially a word problem. A lot of students have difficulty with word problems, and you're taught to break it down into steps and then just do it methodically, step 1, step 2, step 3, until you get to the end. This is something that you can do in any learning situation, really. So if you're faced with a particularly difficult chapter or chapters to read in your textbook, break it down into segments. Obviously follow the reading methods that I've talked about in previous videos or on previous blogs, because that is basically breaking it into steps too. But in general, you just want to schedule or block off certain periods of time and sections of the text so that you can handle it better in smaller portions. It takes the stress off of you looking at the whole picture at once. And that's really what breaking it down is for any assignment. Don't forget to take notes, because in a sense, if you read, you don't want to take a note for every sentence. You want to read a few paragraphs and then sit back, think, what did I learn from that, and take a note from that in your own words, so that you're constantly learning from the material as you go. And that also is a bit of a break from the constant reading piece. You sit back, you think, and then you write down a few notes. It makes you feel that you're getting somewhere as well. You can actually see it. It's tangible. I've done something. I'm accomplishing my goals. And then after you've reached that first step, take a little real break, kind of go have a snack, have a little walk, pace around the room, whatever you need, just for a few moments before you continue on. And in this way, step by step, you will get to the big goal, or achieve the end result. This is the same idea if you have an essay or a book report, something, a major assignment to write, or even a smaller assignment. You can still break them down into stages or steps. So if you're doing an essay, you may block off some time for research, block off some time to do your rough planning or your brainstorming, and then block off some time for your thesis and supporting sentences generation, and then a time for your first supporting paragraph, your second supporting paragraph, your third supporting paragraph, etc. You can break it down in different ways. There's no one way that works for everybody. There's no set of time that works for everybody. You have to get to know yourself a little bit. But I would suggest give yourself a substantial amount of time, but not too much. In that way, you'll be more focused and you'll get more done probably in a smaller period of time. If you're writing an essay or a book report or speech, something of that nature, you do your rough work step by step by step. When you get to the end, the step should be, you should include proofreading and editing. And that's the time where you look at the whole written assignment together, and you're sort of perfecting it. You're making it as good as you can. And so you still will have that opportunity. It's not as if you're skipping that stage. So, but step by step by step is much easier for most people, and it takes away that fear or that trepidation that you have when you're faced with such a big project to do. I have so much to do. Yes, but you really can only do one thing at a time, basically. If I'm running a race and I have to reach, whatever it is down the road, a mile down the road, that's the end of the race. I don't get there any other way than by taking that first step, and second, and third, and fourth. I can't get there another way. I can't just jump 1 mile, that's for sure. So it's the same idea. You really can't do everything at once. So take it a step at a time. Break it down, the title of the video on the blog this week, and make your life a lot easier. It will take that stress off, or quite a bit of it anyway, and you will still end up getting there. And I think it will be better quality as well, because you will be able to focus more clearly on each stage, and then at the end you wrap it all up, you look back, you make the changes and edits and proofreading, all of those nice bits and pieces that some students skip. Don't do that, and you'll be fine. If you're worried about heading back to school, and this year it's even more stressful for a lot of students because of COVID-19, I recommend the same idea. Break it down into stages. Know what you're doing, know what you're going to do, what you have to do, and what you're going to do for your own safety, for the safety of others, and just take it a day at a time, a step at a time, and we will work this thing out. It will happen. And if you're doing online tutoring or learning, I should say, I'm a tutor, so my mind is always on tutoring, but if you're doing your school online or doing tutoring online with me or someone else, again, take it one step at a time. Of course, I help my students to know how to break things down, how to work on stages or blocks of time so that you get to the end result successfully. And if you don't, you just set up some more stages and work again. I want you to enjoy learning. That's the main idea, is to enjoy learning. Take the stress off of yourself. Learning is intended to be fun. You're supposed to play with it. You'll learn more, you'll retain more, you'll keep it longer, and it will be much more useful for you if you can remove some of that stress and get that idea in your mind that learning is fun, it's engaging, and it can make you feel better. The more you accomplish, the better you feel, and breaking it down and taking it in stages can get you there a lot easier. Okay, I think that's all I have to say on that topic for the moment, but I'm sure I'll repeat myself again in other videos because I tend to do that a lot. I think it's good. It's good to have reminders, and remember that networking of knowledge. We have to tie all these pieces together. So I'm talking about things like not procrastinating, taking notes, and taking it a step at a time over and over again so that all of these pieces fit together in the long run. All right, it's Ron Johnson from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. I'll put a couple of links below to the website and to the blog. If you have any questions, ask away. If it's on YouTube, you can do it here. If not, of course, go to my website. You can always send me an email. Always interested. I am registering students for September right now. Of course, September's just around the corner for tutoring. So if you need some additional help, let me know, and we can set up a free information meeting. Don't forget to like the video if you do. I hope you do. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll get notification when there's new learning videos, study tips and strategies, if I can get that out this morning, and you'll receive those. Okay, better go. I'm starting to stutter. I shall talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.